Okay, so are you telling me for real that your sinus voice, like, just naturally sounds like movie trailer guy voice?
Kinda.
Yeah.
$1 million voice, but only during
Only when I feel like shit.
only allergy season. Hey everybody, welcome to the pre-show. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to do the show. First thing we're going to talk about is we didn't do a show last night because it was Thanksgiving. You know, it's busy, but Taylor didn't get any books. David wasn't going to be here.
Yeah, the shop
point-
didn't get a shipment, so
Yeah,
wasn't able to get
at the
any.
point when Taylor had let me know this, I hadn't read any of my books, and I was dealing with a pretty hard hangover. I still had plenty of time to read my books, but we didn't have any news either, because again, it was a holiday, week, and they just don't put out a lot of stuff. So sorry.
Hi, Andy. How you doing?
But next week, oh yeah, hey Andy, what's up? Next week we're gonna be talking about, Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which is still in season. Andor, I'm sure I'll catch up.
You really need to just get on that, man.
I will try. I'm also having family
More of your lies
this weekend, so I'm gonna do my best, honestly.
Well,
I know. I'm trying to take off Friday. If I take off Friday, then hopefully I will have enough time to do it. But we'll see. Anyway, what you guys have? A good Thanksgiving, all that good shit?
Yeah, it was pretty solid. There's like illness going around my family now, but I haven't
Everybody,
gotten to
bro.
that, so
Everybody, dude.
I can keep away from that.
Everybody,
Yeah.
man. Every fucking body. I had 21 people here for Thanksgiving. Yeah, including my fam, but not 21 more people, but it's still 15, 16 people outside of the people who are usually here. So yeah, it was
big get together.
It was coming this fall. It was a big get together.
I really just can't accept that this is not a.
He's making it.
Yeah,
This is not an act. I tell you, I'm really stopped up.
I really don't think I believe that. But
I stopped up.
Speaking of the movies, I did go see Glass Onion. That was pretty good.
Oh, good. I'm waiting on that. That's going to be on.
It's going to be on Netflix in a minute. I think they just released it in
Or
theaters so they could get award consideration.
I did go see before I got sick. I did go see Strange World.
I don't know how that works. It's a good weekend to do it. It's Thanksgiving. There was literally nothing in the theaters. I say that. One of the biggest movies of the year was in theaters, Black Panther, but you had already seen that. And that Strange World, that Disney animation, which is going to bomb because nobody appeared to promote. They forgot to promote the movie.
Oh, yeah. They forgot.
I'll probably go see it with my nephew. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It was really good. I did go see that, actually.
Oh, you went and saw Strange World? You're the one.
Before I got sick, I did go see that. It was pretty good.
And too much food different over here. Yeah, I hear you, bro. We had 21 people here. We still had food. We told everybody, oh, bring something. And when everybody brings something...
Yeah, you have food.
Everyone's got to eat what they brought.
They really called your bluff on that one.
They did. Oh, we got you. And you know the most fucked up part? There were 3 pumpkin pies here. I did not get a single slice of pumpkin pie.
Oh,
I did get really drunk though between dinner and.
I'm glad you had some fun at least.
Well, that's not surprising.
But Dave, you say Strange World was pretty good. Glass Onion, I thought was really good. If you liked Knives Out, you should like this one as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I watch? I watched the Wednesday show on Netflix. It was dope.
I've heard good things.
It's dope. And Guardians, but we'll talk about Guardians next week. Let's do the preview.
Mm-hmm.
We also rewatched The Wizard of Oz, which was pleasant.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
What brought on Wizard of Oz, though?
It was like Thanksgiving, so we watched a bunch of family-oriented, sort of centric movies, and the kids who are here are young kids, man. They had never seen The Wizard of Oz.
Well, I guess that is one of those things that everyone should watch it once.
It's not necessarily a holiday movie. I would consider.
That's the thing, yeah. It's not really it's not really particular to Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Yeah, you're right, but it is a family movie that you can have in the background for family get-togethers.
It's family friendly, not necessarily a family.
Now, if you really want to mess the kids up, you put in Return to Oz.
No. Greetings, Geek Friends.
Return to Oz is interesting in particular because, Shit Talk Show.
Say Return to Oz, because what?
Yeah, Return to Oz is it's a particularly interesting case because a lot of people will be like, "Oh, like Wizard of Oz," and going in with
That's how we
completely
were.
the wrong expectations.
That's how we were.
Yeah.
Now, I have never read any of the. Isn't it Frank Baum? Is
Frank
it
Baum, and there's like
Yeah.
40 of those fucking books.
But those, I've heard those books are closer to Return to Oz in their freakiness.
Probably.
Wizard
They
of
also
Oz.
get Dorothy's age, probably more accurate to the books than that one, where she's like a little
Yes.
kid and not like a young adult.
It was very difficult to cast that back in the day.
Shirley Temple.
Yeah. Oh, well, sure. I mean,
It
they were
wasn't
never...
Shirley Temple wouldn't have been able to
For
carry
the
that
movie they were making, where they wanted to like be like a vocal showcase, yeah, you cast Judy Garland. But
Thank you.
yeah.
So I love that shit. I love that shit. But yeah, Andy shouting out Return to Oz. Yeah, I can't watch it to this day. It triggers me. It's like it throws me back to a more terrible time.
That is
It's like that really bad. It's like that really bad sequel to Never Ending Story too.
Oh, I haven't even seen that.
And
That was-
at least with Never Ending Story, you go in and you watch that horse drown in the fucking swamp.
Yeah.
And so like you're not going into Never Ending Story 2 like not expecting fucked up stuff.
No,
Jesus
there's
Christ,
some
that
pretty
movie.
fucked up stuff in Never Ending Story too, but that doesn't top the horror tracks, right?
Yeah.
Zartax.
All right, let's talk some comics.
These are books dropping on November 30th. What the fuck happened to the month of November? Anyway,
Thanksgiving.
man, we had a couple of great weeks in this month for damn comics, man. But we're ending on a little bit of a downslope, just like last week.
Well, it is the last of the month too, so
it is.
generally the last of the month, and November has 5 weeks in it.
I feel like a few years ago it was the opposite, where like they would really
it was before the
backload
pandemic, I
months.
would say, like before the pandemic. It was.
But yeah, these days they very much front load everything, and especially
Yeah.
like the 5th week is usually like slim pickings.
Yeah. But if you see something, say something. If you're listening, you're in the chat watching live, we will talk about a book if you want us to. Start at Image Comics. These drop Tuesday, midnight, Wednesday. 20th Century Men. I've kind of dropped off this book. David might still be on it, but
I'm still on this book. It's very weird, but I like
it's
it.
weird. It's weird. It's like Cold War sort of stuff.
Yeah, it starts off like in Vietnam, and it's just chronicling that, I believe.
Yeah. Man, you sound. It's really hard for me to do the show with you.
I'm
sound
sorry.
Like that. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I really got a bad case of sinus congestion. It has stopped me up, and I sound like the movie trailer guy.
You
I'm
really
very sorry.
do.
It's
Like-
so funny, dude.
I'm
I'm sorry. It's hilarious.
I was actually thinking about sitting out tonight.
I'm glad you
I'm really a
didn't,
big
because
fan
this
of
is
20th Century
amazing.
Men. It is. It's fucking amazing. I'm happy you showed up. You made my night. Dead Lucky number 4, Massive Verse,
Lucky.
still going strong.
Really good series. Well, fitting into the Massive Verse.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep
I
smiling
hate
and
this.
smirking.
The grammar of that name, though, just
The Dead Lucky.
yeah. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to goddamn
Yeah,
mean?
I haven't read it.
The main character can see ghost.
That doesn't
okay.
explain why they call them the Dead Lucky. That's such a stupid name.
The Lucky Dead, I guess. The play on that.
Andy chiming in
Whatever.
that Flawed is pretty good. That's the next book we're talking
Flawed
about.
is pretty good. I've been picking that
What's
up.
it about, Dave?
Oh gosh, it's been a month since I read it,
Like,
but it's like a kid's.
Why are you making me think?
Oh, don't make me do this.
Yeah, it looks. If their guys are saying it's good, it's good. I'm not gonna put Dave through the ringer. Philadelphia hits issue number 25. Great series. King Spawn, because it wouldn't be a Weekend Image without some Todd McFarlane. Lovesick number 2. First issue was wild,
Crazy
erotic,
first issue.
crazy,
I want to see
shit
this.
in this,
I want to
man.
see where this goes.
Oh,
This is crazy.
Yeah, me
Crazy fun.
Me too. Now a book I know Big D wants to talk about. Plush number 1. Doug Wagner, one of his favorites. Daniel Hilliard, Enrico Renzi. Serial killing, cannibalistic furries, plastic and vinyl creators, which are two just
Oh, I love vinyl. That was
insane
great.
books. You liked plastic too.
I like.
You really did.
But I
It was
really
about a
dug
dude who
vinyl.
hung around with his sex doll and went on like killing sprees. And
Yeah,
shit.
they went across the
Yeah.
country and
Oh,
kept
that
on
old
killing spree.
chestnut.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, that
vinyl.
old chestnut.
Vinyl was the one where like the serial killer had a team of serial killers to go after an evil
Yes.
cult.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, that was great too. Andy mentioned calling out Plush that it's on his list. Now this all fits in with the Nail Biter universe. Is that right? Like these are all.
I'm
Because
not.
remember,
100%.
Nail Biter is a book about a serial killer that they use like the Blacklist style to hunt other serial killers. Remember that book?
Isn't he like the one? No, I'm thinking of Chew.
You're thinking of what?
I'm thinking of Chew.
No, Chew is totally different. No, it's not Chew.
Chew's the one where the guy eats stuff to figure out how people died.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Nailbiter is completely different. But
yeah.
All right, moving on.
I'm not sure if they're
Plush
connected.
looks great. Plush looks great. A lot of variant covers for that. They're really looking into that. Ooh, great variant cover here. Is that Jenny Frizen? No, it's Stula Lotte. I knew it. Somebody hot. Oh, that's great. That is beautiful.
Like
I don't care if you don't know a fucking thing about this book. That cover is dope, man.
That cover right there is like reminiscent of Five Nights at Freddy's.
I was about to say, yeah,
right.
Has that energy going.
Right. Rogue Sun, another Massiverse book dropping this week. Really getting their claws in you. Stillwater by inarguably, you can't even debate it, the most popular comic book writer on the planet, Chip Zdarsky. He's writing Batman, so by default. This book is really cool. It's about a city in the middle of nowhere. Not even a city, a little town. Small town where people don't age and don't die. And
the bees.
Stuff just
They're
moves forward from there.
Man, Dave, you're doing the fucking Nick Cage with that voice. That's a trip, man.
Yeah.
This is like a new graphic novel. I got an early look at it. It's great. The art is good. Not from this image. This appears to be a broken image, which is why I wanted to point out how bad Diamond is still doing when it comes to lots of things. There's an extended preview of this book that is out. It's like 15 pages of preview. And yeah, they ended up fucking this up. But Sunburn is not bad. It is quite good, actually. Moving on to Boom.
Like a coming of age, like kid during the summer type of story? Or?
Yeah, it's that sort of thing. There's other
girl in
little
the photo.
angles to it. I don't really want to spoil anything of it because you're either going to get it or you're not. It's an OGN. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you should get it. I think you should give it a try. Approach number 2 over at Boom Studios. This is about an airplane that lands at a remote airport in the middle of a snowstorm, 27 years late. And it turns out by the final page of the first issue and by this preview that it's a monster sort of story. It was a good first issue. I like the way it was paced, introduced the characters really well. But I definitely need another issue to know for sure.
Kind of reminiscent of like that movie, The Langoliers.
Yeah, that's a weird.
It reminds me of a mix of that TV show that was on a few years ago about the airplane. Manifest, yeah, mixed with like the Thing.
It's still on.
Oh, I didn't realize that was still on.
Yeah, Manifest got picked up by Netflix. The final season is in its second part, like right now. I don't watch it. My wife watches it, but
I'm glad when a show gets to finish its story, I guess. But well, anyway,
Andy chiming in. Breyer is on his list. Breyer number 2. We'll take a look at this. Christopher Cantwell, a darling over at Marvel Comics right now. Jermaine Garcia. Now what is this? The End of the World? Rose. So it's sort of a take on like fantasy.
If you like fables, you'll like this book.
It looks like it kind of has like Alice in Wonderland type of stuff.
It does have a very fairy tale-esque kind of vibe to it.
Design's fun.
So like if you like fables, you should pick this up.
Nice. Man, you should talk like that all the time.
Looks pretty neat.
It does look good. Moving on through Boom, a lot of covers for Breyer. Christopher Cantwell, again, a darling over at Marvel, attracting all that popularity. They're bundling Berserker. Damn them all. Dave really liked this first issue.
I really like that very first issue.
A fan. I didn't really get it.
Dealing with ghost busting.
Maybe it was too British for me. Is it too British for me? Maybe
I don't know if it's British, but it's set in New Orleans, isn't it?
Yeah, it's set in New Orleans.
So it would be French influenced.
Oh,
did you say New Orleans though?
Yes,
it's New Orleans, man. Yeah,
New Orleans. He says it like he owns a plantation. This motherfucker.
Orleans.
A new Magic book, Dave. You read any of the comics, the Magic comics?
No, I'm off of the Magic.
If they came with a free card, you would read them. But anyway, no, we used to argue about that. Remember?
Yeah,
an extra big one shot for Magic the Gathering.
I will just say that Nahiri the Lithomancer is a bitch.
Yeah, Hasbro still holding on.
In Magic the Gathering lore, she is a bit of a bitch. Oh. She brought an Eldrazi to Innistrad just so she could fuck with Thorin.
Dave, you are really word salading me really hard right now. Yeah,
you could have literally made up every one of those fucking words. And really? She's a bitch.
Well,
Dave, that was not an invitation for you to explain it. We're just pointing out the futility of you telling us the magic lore right now.
Well, she just brought an extraplanar threat to another plane. That's what she did.
But Boom holding on to some of these licenses from Hasbro. It just makes me wonder where TF and Joe is going to end up. But Dead Mall number 2. First one was okay, a little slow. Second one it's about a haunted mall. A bunch of kids sneak in. Kochi, I never know how to pronounce his name, but he's in hell. Spin-off from the Hellboy stuff. And that's really it from Dark Horse. They do have the Roadie number 3, which I've been enjoying.
If you like Scumbag, you'll like the Roadie. I like
it feels scumbagish, but he's not as bad as Scumbag.
He's not as bad.
He does kind of look like the Scumbag, though.
He does. He's redeemable, though. He's redeemable.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's only a 4-issue miniseries, so I'm going to stick with it.
And it has the same.
And then High Adventures, High Republic Adventures, 1 of 8, all ages Star Wars over at Dark Horse. Yeah, there you go. IDW has nothing except Star Trek, but they got a lot of it. We do get the Godzilla Rivals versus Gigan, which is pretty cool. Isn't it Gigan?
Well, that's Gigan, probably right? It's Gigan.
It's Gigan.
Because they just recently came out with they just recently came out with that short Godzilla versus Gigan Rex. So I guess this is kind of like capitalizing on that.
So is this just like a collection of different issues where he fights Gigan?
Possibly.
It doesn't appear that way, but I'm not sure what this is. I don't know. Worth picking up if you're a Godzilla fan. Star Trek number 2, definitely on my list. Stoked for this. If you're into Trek, If not, hey, whatever. If you're into Trek, you should definitely be fucking reading this shit. Definitely. If you're not, hey, what? I ain't gonna beg you to get into Trek. It's been 65 fucking years. If you're not into it by now, I'm not gonna convince you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, honestly, this is like probably a time where we do have like a new wave of people. Like a lot of people are probably watching all the new Trek stuff that they keep putting out, and I'm sure at least a few people are like just now going back to watch the old TNG original series.
See why
we are having a Trek revival, is what we are experiencing.
Oh, there's definitely a Trek revival. There definitely is. But
I mean, I feel like the original series is a bit of an acquired taste. I mean, I'll always love it, but like, it's kind of hard to go. If that's not the one you were introduced to Star Trek through, then it's kind of hard to go back.
It's really hard. Unless you have an understanding about how, like TV evolved and things like that.
Yeah.
Even in terms of how TV evolved from one thing to another, Star Trek is still pretty contemporary.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the best parts of it are evergreen,
Yeah,
like morality plays and over that. But
yeah,
I would definitely recommend TNG to anyone who like tried TOS and,
Yeah. Just
couldn't get over
make it through the muck of the first 2 or 3 seasons, and you're gold. You're gold. Yeah. Lower Decks number 3, great book. I mean, it's exactly what you expect. If you like Lower Decks, the Star Trek show, you're gonna like that. Moving on, DC Comics. Not much. We get a bunch of fucking annuals this week. Batgirls.
Oh Lord, yeah, it's that time of year, I guess.
Yeah, we do get the Blue Beetle book here, which is an all ages sort of read, younger folks sort of read. I think I'm going to check it out just because it's kind of a light week. But
they are. They're probably going to be. Yeah, they're hyping up the character now. I think he has a movie coming out. Although with WB, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, they're still doing this. They're still doing this. No,
for now,
they're still doing this. Yeah. So yeah, that's it from the new. Well, no, we get this JSA book. I guess this is something we're all looking forward to. The new Jeff Johns.
Yeah, spinning out of that
JSA book.
That Golden Age thing they did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be getting this. This looks cool.
I'll be checking it out.
We'll see how it goes. Jeff Johns is always hit or miss for me, man. When he hits really, really hard. But when he misses,
this is him returning to a book that was a hit for me for him. I really liked his old JSA stuff with like the Kingdom Come crossover and everything. So yeah, I'll check this out.
Nice. Nightwing annual. We're supposed to learn who Heartless is in this.
Oh, okay.
The preview takes us back to the Flying Graysons. So their origins may be similar. So Andy chiming in. JSA is always good. Agreed. I love JSA. Sometimes the writer can ruin it for me, but it's always nice to see those characters, doing their thing. So this looks like it has a couple of stories in it because it's extra big for the annual. But the backup story in this is Bitewing Year 1.
Oh, that sounds
a story
delightful.
about the fucking dog. He's gonna lose his fucking hand in this, his paw in this.
But
That's what I don't want to see, man. I mean, I know all's well that ends well, but it's gonna get me.
I want to be at all surprised, but
yeah. So this should.
I mean, this is essentially another issue of Nightwing. I mean, it's the same writer and everything. So yeah, I'll be checking it out.
Yeah, different artists, but I'm sure they have got an arc that is gonna knock our asses out because of all this Heartless stuff. All the blockbuster shit, was great lead up, great building, but now we're ready to just knock this shit down. And Heartless is kind of cool, man. He murders people. I love it. He just straight up murders people.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him yet, and I guess that's the point of this issue. But
and that's probably why he's cool.
They've been doing a good job building him up. I'm interested to see, things start to take off with him.
Yeah, me too. All right, so we get a couple of variants for that. We also get this Nubia and the Justice League one shot for $6. I don't know anything about this. It's basically just the 50th anniversary celebration of Nubia, and she is joining.
I had no idea the character was that old.
Yeah, that's pretty old.
I didn't either. Makes sense,
Back in the 70s, then, yeah.
Yeah, she's an early on sort of Wonder Woman character, at least relatively speaking. So yeah, I don't know about this one. It feels kind of like a weird filler kind of issue.
Yeah.
And it's obviously it's, various. So it's going to be an anthology.
Yeah, I mean, with anthology. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, $6 is not too much for an anthology. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But,
I was like, we're keeping you up.
It's sorry, man. It just happens.
It's a long Monday. But yeah, it is a little bit much, but you're always, like you always say, you can always find like one story in there.
Yeah, you got to hope for like a good average when it comes to the anthologies.
Yeah. So a couple of great covers that might make it worth your money, but Shazam Thundercrack trade. All right, here's the Kal-El Returns Superman special. Right? It's an anthology. It's $7. It feels like it's an annual, but it's Mark Waid, Cena Grace, Alex Segura, Marv Wolfman. I mean, it's got a great bunch of writers in here, and it's all about Kal-El coming back from Warworld and a bunch of other stories. There's a Jimmy Olsen thing in here. Moments leading to Superman's abduction by Pariah in the Dark Crisis event, so it's kind of also a Dark Crisis tie-in. I don't know. And this is all building up to the celebration of celebrating Action Comics 1050. I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one, man. Although this cover, just is nice to have.
Well, that's heartwarming, yeah.
In a collection. Yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, I don't know.
That's a big ask for basically another anthology. But yeah.
It is, man. It is. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Waller versus Wildstorm. I don't know. This seems kind of odd to me. Spencer Ackerman, who is he was a Daily Beast in Reign of Terror. He's a national security reporter. What? I say that. What's his name do? He was in the CIA and shit.
Yeah, Tom King was.
Yeah, Tom King. Tom fucking King was in the CIA.
So hey, some people can make that transition, I guess. I will say I do like the cover looking like an old spy movie poster there.
Yeah,
that's got a nice vibe to it.
Yeah, and it's the early '80s. It's Cold War.
Although the character that I can see most clearly is Deathstroke, who is, as far as I'm aware, not a Wildstorm character.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's kind of peculiar.
I'm not really sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. Big maybe for me, but this is the book I'm probably the most intrigued by this week. What the fuck is this going to be? But oddly enough, they're asking for a Wildstorm 30th anniversary special one shot for $8 the same week. That's one or the other, man. I think that's a really bad idea to have both of these books out in the same week.
You have to choose.
Idea.
Who do you say?
You have to kind of choose, man.
Yeah, I mean, if they're making it at the price point, for sure. Yeah, I mean, if they both come out and they're both like normal $3.99 price range, sure,
I'd get them both. But I would definitely get them both.
But you're having to pay like 5 times that for the both of these, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're extra big. I'm sure they're gonna have some good content, but man, it's
Well, not
just a
5
hard
times,
ask.
whatever.
Well, it's a lot though. It's a lot.
It is. It's a lot for 1 week.
Yeah, especially for Wildstorm.
It's a lot for 2 comics. Yeah.
You just got to be a big Wildstorm fan, especially considering everything else they're putting out. The Kal-El one shot, the Nubia book, the fucking Nightwing annual.
Okay, finally, there's one
book.
that's one of them.
Oh, my bad.
A single one I see has been $3.99. Yeah.
Yeah, or this is the only one that's $4. Everything else is, well, the Graduation Day, I guess, is $4 as well.
But still, 2 out of however many that is. That's a very expensive week.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I forgot to mention about the Blue Beetle Graduation Day, it is coming out in a Spanish language version, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to be more inclusive at the comic shop, to be sure.
And they said that, DC has been saying that for the past couple of years, that they want to open up into new markets, and that's a great way to do it.
I mean, it's just business sense, I mean, half the overwhelming majority of the Western Hemisphere speak Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on to Marvel, House of Ideas, Avengers Assemble Alpha #1. This is the beginning of the end, the actual beginning of the end of Jason Aaron's run over here on the Avengers. Celebrating that with Brian Hitch. We get a Mephisto appearance in the first few pages. And just, oh my gosh. What is going to happen here? It's just, look at this shit. Oh, it's just nuts. Just like what you'd expect from Aaron's Avengers, dude. It's been nuts the whole time.
Yeah.
Too much for me. Almost to the point of silly, where I'm like, whatever, But
I've been on board for pretty much the whole time here. I'm looking forward to this, especially with Brian Hitch doing the arts there.
For sure. It's like Ultimate's throwback, man. All right, let's go to another one. Captain America, Symbol of Truth, #7. Arguably the second best Captain America book out of 2, but still not a slouch at all.
Not at all, no. It's got some stiff competition.
Yeah, but I'm still reading it. I'm enjoying it. We'll see how long it lasts. I think R.B. Silva is the main artist on this, and Igara is the replacement, but I can't remember.
I believe that's correct, yes.
Yeah. But still, the art looks great.
Looks good, yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine. Moving on to, man, there's that Iron Fist run that you read that, didn't you, with the new Iron Fist?
I read the first couple of issues, but it was a little too angsty teen energy for me, so I dropped it. Saying that now.
Yeah. New Warriors Classic. Oh man, that's a fucking great run. That is so good. This is Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Double Trouble. This is an all ages read. Looks really interesting, man. I may actually try to find a copy of this. It is $4, a 4-issue mini. Again, Mariko Tamaki, Vita Ayala writing with Gurahiru doing the art. He's more of a cartoonist really than an artist.
Yeah.
They got a preview, so we might as well.
That is some talent they are throwing on this all ages book, though. That's cool to see.
Gurahiru did,
for sure.
Didn't Gurahiru do a bunch of the early Silk books?
No, he may have, but I don't remember.
I don't think he's associated with the origins of the character or anything. But
no, this would have been when Silk had a series. There were some issues. That name does ring a bell.
Yeah.
I know I've seen Gurahiru around before. I'm trying to place it, but yeah, this is not their first rodeo, to be sure.
No, this is not.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Great Momoko cover here. We had to show off for this Double Trouble.
Oh, that's wonderful. Awesome.
Beautiful. Fucking
I love the kind of the background being different for each of them too. That's really sweet.
Heard a noise.
Anyway, that was Hulk,
Planet Hulk, World Breaker #1.
David's in the house with you. There's no way to run.
Greg Pak going back to Planet Hulk. Honestly, one of my favorite Hulk runs of all time. It's arguably #1 for me. I just love it so much.
It's something I appreciate more with time, I want to say.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'm out of step with the Hulk continuity right now. Is this in continuity?
This has nothing to do. It's my understanding that this has nothing to do with what's going on in Donny Cates' near ending run. This has nothing.
Okay, yeah. I guess looking at the the description here, apparently this is like a what if story, like 1,000 years later or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. It's a shocking expansion and culmination of the mythos of Sakaar and the heart of Hulks from Planet Hulk, scribe Greg Pak and Manuel Garcia. So yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one still.
It's a solid maybe. That was a good run from back in the day, to be sure.
I love that shit so much. Andy chiming in, Peter Miles is looking great. It really is, dude. It really is looking cool. And Star Wars, Darth Vader number 29. Again, it's hard for me to get into Star Wars. Strange number 8. Doctor Strange is coming back, as far as I've heard. Pretty soon. Strange Academy Finals number 2. Are you guys reading this? Weren't you into the?
I have been, yeah.
I got off this.
Andrew chimed in. I'm going to pick up World Breaker. Yeah, I mean, I'm just such a huge fan of Greg Pak's run on Planet Hulk that I should do it just, to give that guy the props he deserves for doing such a good run back in the day. So, and maybe it'll be good. I mean, it's Greg Pak. It ain't going to be bad, but still, I don't know. Again, Strange Academy, Humberto Ramos.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. It seems like there was a really long hiatus there between issues.
Yes,
but
it did feel that way. It
but
felt like Humberto Ramos took some time off.
I was glad to see it come back, and I'll be here for the end of the story here.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all we got. Notice anything missing? No X books this week, at least
except for Exterminators.
Is this an X book? Is it? I mean, it's got X-Men in it.
I mean, it's all mutant characters, so yeah, it is an X book.
I love this fucking.
It
book.
qualifies,
regardless of whether you count it as an X book. Yeah, this book has been rad as hell. So
it's so fun. It's just the girls out having a good time, tongue in cheek, fucking funny ass action comedy bullshit. And it's super hot, it's super open. The girls are just out and ready to do whatever they want. And I love these characters, man. I love Wolverine. I love Boom Boom. Dazzler's always fun. Jubilee has just always been there as an X-Men, So, yeah, dude. Great book. Maybe one of my favorite X-Men books of the year. Just because it's different. It's unique. It's having fun. And
it is. I mean,
as good as the new continuity is, as good as the new status quo is, sometimes it forgets to have fun. It does.
Yeah, and this book is certainly doing that. It's an action movie of a comic book, and that is a compliment.
Yeah, it reminds me honestly of the Harley Quinn movie and the Birds of Prey. It's got that sort of energy to it.
I can see that's an apt comparison.
It's got that sort of energy to it, and I adore that movie. I know people hated on it, but
people need to
a lot of people
not be dicks about it because that movie was really, really good. It's one of the best DC ones they've made in a while.
It's a fun one, yes.
Yeah. 007 continuing. It's James Bond. If you like James Bond, it's been great. Bunch of cool covers on that too. Army of Darkness versus Reanimator, Necronomicon Rising. Catman one shot, Catman and Kitten, which I don't even know what to think about this. It is Jeff Parker doing the writing on it, and that cover is great. But
what?
Oh God, David, did you kill him?
I did not. No, I didn't do that.
Oh my God, what if this false voice, David, has been some sort of imposter this whole time? What if we're all being led down some sort of trap?
Don't make me laugh. I'll start.
That's who?
Damn it, Gomer.
What's the last thing you heard me say?
You're talking about the Catman book.
Talking about Catman.
Well, I didn't get that far then. I was still talking about Catman. I don't know what the hell Catman is.
You said you like the cover. Yeah.
Yeah, don't make me laugh.
Yeah, I love this cover, but I have no fucking clue what a Catman is or a kitten. And
I thought Catman was a DC character, like
I
from
thought
the
Catman was a fucking DC character too.
What was that book that I think it was Gail Simone wrote a few years back? You know what I'm talking about? It had like Bane and like Deadshot in it.
Yes.
Yeah. Secret Six?
Wildcat.
Yes, it was Secret Six, man.
There is a Wildcat character.
And there is also a Catman. Those are both DC characters.
Yeah. I don't know.
This one has a hyphen, though.
Maybe this Catman is part of that Dynamic Forces batch.
And I don't know.
The Death-Defying Devil, the Black Terror.
I don't really like the Speedo no pants look from Catman, though.
Yeah, it's way old school, and it's kind of weird now. It's weird. Moving on, Unbreakable Red Sonja number 2.
Shorts. Catman wears short shorts.
Vampirelli.
Yeah, we got a cheesecake sampler from Dynamite. Nothing
all
new
the
there.
cool cheesecake. All the cool cheesecake. Now moving into everything else. Dave, Big D, you are up. Were you able to do your research? Do you know anything?
I did look. There aren't a lot. There aren't a lot.
No, there aren't. There aren't. I've looked as well.
Well, thank goodness your voice can, get a little bit of a break.
Oh no! Oh no! When I went away. Oh no!
Absolution number 1.
Bless you, Andy, because most people are delighted to see Gomer just up and leave.
I know. Thanks, dude. Most people are like, "Oh,
Master of Technology." Master of Technology can't even keep on the internet.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, whatever. Indie books. What you got, Dave?
Absolution number 5.
Oh, really?
AWA. AWA always
not a fan of this.
Yeah.
If Mike Diodato is amazing.
Yeah. Peter Milligan, Mike Diodato, great book. AWA books are always fun.
Yeah, agreed.
The next one is it's a collector's box, but it's the Banks from TKO.
Oh, nice. Oh,
so if you want to get onto this box. Yeah, if you want to get onto some of the TKO stuff, here's one. Which one?
I have all the TKO stuff. TKO actually sent me paper copies of all of their shit.
Yeah,
just send them to me.
Was it like the single issues or collected?
No, it was the trades. They sent me the trades.
Okay, I had the single issue one.
Yeah, it was great. There's a Jeff Lemire book in there that's so fucking good. Oh my god, it's so great. I don't even remember
the one with the kids in the spaceship.
And
I'm
the
forgetting what it's called right now.
Yeah, the AI. Oh, it's great. It's so good. It's so good. All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Boogeyman number 3.
Boogeyman.
I'm your boogeyman.
I'm the boogeyman. I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am. All right, boogeyman. It's a monster book.
Yeah, kid. His parents killed by the boogeyman. Now he's hunting the boogeyman.
Nice.
Next one is Climate Crisis Chronicles. Also another AWA.
Yeah, I got early. It's been making this one. It reads okay.
It's been making the rounds on my Twitter, so I'm gonna probably pick it up.
Nice.
Dead Kingdom. Swords and sorcery with zombies. What can go wrong?
Not terrible. Yeah, not terrible. Not terrible at all. Hard to find, but not terrible.
Yeah. Erratic Recharge number 3, another AWA book. If you like Spider-Man, this is basically AWA's version of Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty rad. It's pretty rad.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's probably it. There may be one or two more. There's a book. I know.
Nothing. You want to talk about Kamen Rider? Kamen Rider 01 over at Titan. There's a lot of people into Kamen Rider. The art.
Yeah, it's a very popular.
From Hedry Prasetya. Yeah, people love Kamen Rider, dude. So yeah, I wanted to point that one out.
I don't know
if writing that.
I don't know if the shop's going to get it, but I love this book's title, Saga of a Doomed Universe, number 1.
Ooh. On CEX Publishing. No, it's going to be hard to find that one. Oh, it looks way
I don't think this. Yeah, it's supposed to be like, a love letter to 80s Marvel, DC, sagas like Secret Wars and stuff.
Oh, that's Final fun. Crisis. Yeah, that's fun. I love this.
Like I said, I don't know if the shop's going to get that.
Oh, that's epic fucking cover. I want it just because of that damn Watchmen cover. Awesome. Sarah Lone is not terrible. Yeah, but there's not much else this week, y'all.
That's pretty much all the things that piqued my interest in the indies.
Nice. Man, it's a weird week. Plush number 1 at Image is the only debut over there. Approach number 2 at Boom. But I mean, besides that, I think the book I'm looking forward to the most, Star Trek number 2, man. Star Trek number 2. I can't wait to get my hands on that damn thing.
I'll definitely check out Avengers Assemble and JSA over at DC. Those should both be fun. The Nightwing Annual is probably the most exciting annual coming out, just because it basically is just a double issue of Nightwing.
It'll probably be one of the best of the week. Heartless story is going to be great, but that Bitewing is going to be epic, dude. It is. It's just going to be so good. I can't wait. But Waller versus Wildstorm is my dark horse this week. Maybe we'll see.
I like Lovesick #2 plush.
Nice, good choice. Good choice. Good choice.
Climate Crisis Chronicles.
Climate Chronicles. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're going to wrap it up before Dave gets his throat ripped out.
Even here at the end of the episode, I'm still not entirely convinced that Dave isn't just like gagging us here,
No, I'm seriously stopped up.
That's great.
Your stopped up nose just sounds like so fucking epic.
You could get a gig, dude.
I've been like putting myself on mute so I can cough because that just hurts.
Oh wow, that sucks.
You should plug your nose for future episodes. It sounds really interesting.
Welcome to the show.
Well, you sound terrible, Gomer. You fool.
I do.
I know. I can't do it. I got a little girl voice compared to Dave.
My mom checked in on me and she's like, "You sound terrible."
Yeah, she said it like that. You sound terrible.
Thanks, Mom. I love you too.
Awesome. All right, let's wrap it again before Dave's voice. It's making me hurt. My voice hurt or my throat. Welcome back, come back next time. We're going to do it again Sunday night, and we'll talk about news and comics. Check out our pals, the Comic Book Bullies. They did a show last night. Leroy and Eli talking Andor, talking Guardians of the Galaxy, talking comics, talking everything, pop culture. You can get links to everything we got going on over at outrightgeekery.com. Just go there, check out all the links. Again, thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate it. But most of all, thanks to these guys for hanging out with this guy.
Always fun.
Good times.
You got to let Dave do the end.
Oh, I wasn't going to.
With this fucking voice like this, oh my God, it's going to be gold. I might just record it, this one, and save it.
All right, no pressure, Dave. Go.
Yeah, no pressure. He'll be, again, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate it. We're going to do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Fucking nailed it. Wow.
I know, man.
We're never going to be able to top that.